Good morning, and welcome back to the Morning Endurance Call. I'm Keith Erwood, and today is going to be a little different as I continue our daily Morning Endurance Call. It's also going to be a little bit more relaxed, and after 30 episodes, I wanted to reflect on what stood out the most and some changes that I will be making as we go forward. So, several reasons on why I started the Morning Endurance Call. First, I wanted to build a daily leadership ritual, helping business owners, executives, and other preparedness professionals, focusing on preparedness, leadership, especially crisis leadership and leadership during a crisis, as well as disciplined business thinking. And I wanted to make it practical and especially not fear-based. So, basically what I wanted to do is kind of discuss a little bit about what was showing up during the first 30 episodes. And here are some main ideas that I want to touch on. So, preparedness is leadership, and it's a leadership issue. And clarity matters more than most people realize. Assumptions become expensive when they go unchallenged. And recovery is much bigger than just technology alone. Communication, it's bigger than decision making by itself. And that composure matters just as much as plans. And discipline matters far more than intention. And that seems to be a recurring theme in the last 30 episodes. And here's what I want to show about endurance and what it means to me and how I look at it. And that's the really bigger idea behind the show. Typically why I talk about going beyond resilience. So, endurance is the ability to continue operating, make sound decisions, recover intelligently, and keep moving forward under pressure over time. The most important part to me is the ability to keep moving forward under pressure over time. And not just in these 30 episodes that I've done, but I've also been lucky enough to appear on several podcasts in the past month. And another recurring theme keeps popping up around resilience. And I've been using the term beyond resilience for a long time, since 2020. And I often focus that on endurance. And I often talk about where I got that from, which was Ernest Shackleton and his family motto of Fortitude Vincimus, meaning through endurance we conquer. And his whole story is not lost on me, especially with his Antarctic expedition aboard the Endurance, which, if you're not familiar with him or the story, the ship's name was also Endurance, taken from his family motto, and it was caught in the pack ice in the Antarctic, was crushed and sunk. They've recently discovered the ship, but that's another story. But basically, 27 men stranded in Antarctica during hurricane force winds. They also endured starvation, dehydration, bitter cold, being chased by leopard seals, and most of the men, well, actually they were stranded for 633 days. Ernest Shackleton, with a small group of men, actually took a small boat with some oars and traveled around 800 miles to another island so that the other men could be rescued. And during that trip, they actually endured an actual hurricane. How they made it, just pure endurance. And that's why I reflect back mostly on that, his motto, and I now use it too. And how to move forward, stay calm and clear thinking under pressure and disruption. And basically, they self-rescued. Every man survived. What most people today can't even imagine the circumstances. So, I look at endurance as it's bigger than resilience alone. Not that I reflect badly on resilience. It's important, but I also believe that endurance is much greater than just resilience alone. And it is not about just bouncing back. It is how strong businesses and leaders function when things are unclear, and making sound decisions and moving forward, even when the odds seem against you. So, moving forward, I kind of want to make this clear. I've largely done a lot of scripted things with this show because I wanted to make certain key points clear, especially in these first several 30 episodes that I've done. And in doing so, the episodes are pretty much 15 minutes, some slightly over. The first few episodes were much less, like the first 5 episodes, probably less than 5 minutes. But then I needed to do scripts to make certain key points available. Going forward, I want to tighten this up quite a bit. Make key points, especially for that are mostly directed at business owners, executives, and other preparedness professionals. So moving forward, I want to make these key points, make them 5 minutes or less, and keep the episodes tighter or cleaner so that you could listen to them and take key ideas away much quicker. And I also want to make them easier to consume for busy leaders. Still plan on delivering some very strong ideas and one takeaway per episode. It's the same mission, but just a sharper, shorter, cleaner format. And with that, I'm going to land with every episode going forward with one clean point and message. So the format, again, is going to be shorter, the purpose stays the same, and the goal is to help people think clearly, prepare deliberately, and lead with endurance. I'll end basically every episode with a key leadership point and key leadership questions that you could even go back and ask your team to make progress. So I hope you've liked the first 30 episodes. I hope you'll stay with me through the next 30 episodes. And as we continue on, I'm going to make some great future shows. Here's key points we're going to be talking about, right? Preparedness is leadership. Endurance is bigger than resilience. And it's going to get shorter, sharper, and more practical. So, again, I'm going to cut this episode short. This one's going to be probably about 10 minutes. But basically, again, the mission's staying the same. Help you think clearly, prepare deliberately, and lead with endurance. See you tomorrow. Bye now.